All right, looks like we're live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Roads We Roam live chat Friday Night Wine. If you're new here, my name is Russ.
And I'm Kerry.
And we are the Roads We Roam.
We get together every Friday night to join in at this virtual campfire where we get together, talk about what's going on, let you all join in, tell us what you've been up to. And Mark Milinarski has just started it off with a bang. Thank you so
Fantastic.
much, Mark.
Thank
and
you so
Karen.
much, Mark. Much appreciated.
It may say Mark's name, but I know Karen's back there in the background.
Yes.
So thank you so
Thank
much,
you
guys.
both.
Now, it looks a little different. We don't have the turtle. We're not sitting in Boone.
Yeah.
We are out in Shipshewana, Indiana, where it is cold, wet, and rainy.
And don't tell Patrick and Patty, I don't think they know this, but we actually absconded with their vehicle, and we're doing our live chat in there. So I hope they don't find out.
We have special guests
Yeah,
tonight.
yeah.
They kidnapped us. That's why we're in the back of my vehicle.
We're in the back.
How did they get the mouth gags or the gags off? Are their
didn't-
hands still
You
handcuffed?
didn't tie it enough. So we have Patty and Patrick
Yep.
from Travels with Delaney. What is that?
No, it ain't gonna. It's not gonna
Oh.
show
No,
up.
he's
I'm gonna
trying to
self-promote.
Self-promote Travels with Delaney.
Always nice to have Patrick and Patty
All right.
with us.
So we have a lot of people in here already.
All
I
right.
want to get caught up so you all know who's in the room.
All right, let's do it.
So Miss Donna Delahanty.
Donna, always
she was
nice
in
to have you
early.
here.
Greetings
Thank
from
you.
Scottsdale, Arizona. Howling Fun RV Adventures.
Hey.
I love the comment. I think I'm going to get to watch. Dinner's done, dogs have been taken out, and I'm about to lock myself in the laundry room. Nobody goes in there. Good
There
plan.
you go.
I like that. We have, of course, Travels with Delaney.
Yes, Patty and
Miss
Patrick.
Deborah Cadabra.
Deborah, thank you so much for being with us, Deborah.
William from Camper Life.
William, hey, brother, how's it going, man? Good to see you.
And the RV Odd
The
Couple.
RV Odd Couple. I think that's the first time we've had John and Mercedes in here.
Yes, and it's a very special day for them.
Yes, it is.
They got to meet all of us. And it's John and Sage's birthday.
Yes.
So we were really happy to be able to kind of take part in that birthday celebration. We just wrapped up dinner with everyone, had a blast.
Did
so
you
we
see
love
the
that.
smile on Sage's face? That was just priceless.
It was. I've forgotten what it's like to have a little kid
Yeah.
around again, and it's just infectious. So
It was.
I had a lot of fun with
That was a lot of fun watching her. She's just adorable.
And we have Miss Stacy Forrest.
Stacy.
Stacy Forrest. I'm reading her
I
comment.
feel like I just saw Stacy a couple minutes ago.
I think you did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, Blue Wave Odyssey. Bob, thank
From
you
Bob
so much for
and
that
Debbie.
super chat.
So for anyone new to the room here, as a way to say thank you for our fantastic viewers who
Yeah.
donate super chats, we will put a link to their channels below in the description right after the show. We will also give you a shout out in our feature videos on Saturday.
Yes.
But make sure you check out their channels because they are great people, great channels, and give them some love
Yeah.
right back.
Bob has some fantastic content. Like I said, one thing about Bob is he's such a great, easy, mellow speaker. He's fun to listen to. So check that channel out, Bob. Thank you so much for your
No,
support.
Mark and Karen don't have a channel,
Yes,
but they are great
people.
people.
Yeah.
They even are friends with Patty and Patrick, too.
Unbelievably, we have a friend.
Yeah. It's the one.
You have a couple.
Yeah.
Just a couple.
All right, so who else do we have in the room tonight?
RV Reviews by the Air Force guy, Mr. Paul Chamberlain. And he said it's all dry there in the campground.
We're still getting some rain and some lightning. We're just waiting for the police
All
department
right.
to pull up
Heads
on us.
up, everyone. The Wi-Fi or the internet to stream at the campground is not very good. So we are parked in a parking lot. So if the police happen to come upon us while we're sitting in this parking lot, we're the only ones here, heads up.
Yep,
It'll make it interesting, though.
it will.
We have Dreaming Out Loud RVing, Paul and Megan.
Hey, Paul.
We met them,
at Hershey.
the Hershey RV
Yeah,
show.
Paul and Megan. I'm glad you guys are here. I'm glad the channel is going because when I talked about you guys in that Hershey video, people are like, I'm looking for them and I can't find them.
Yep.
So I'm glad they finally got their channel
They
up
got
and
it
running.
up.
I know they'll be going full time here pretty soon, so super excited for them.
We have Johnny's Tiny Creekside
Johnny?
Cottage. Now, he's another person that's out here in Shipshewana with us. Today was day one of the summit. Patrick, why don't you give everybody a quick update on how today went and what's going on, what this event is for those who aren't in the know?
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, we put on a, we're calling it a summit, but it's really more like a small creator camp out And I think we have about 7 or 8 YouTube channels all here in Shipshewana, designed to just help each other out, share information, learn, and then collaborate. This morning we had, I did a presentation, talked a little bit about our history and how to get started. Russ did a presentation on how to be a social media influencer. And then Randy from Randy's Adventures talked about search engine optimization.
Yes.
Yep.
And then tonight we went out for the nice dinner, did some socializing.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we have Paul the Air Force guy going to talk to us about his channel and how he films trailer reviews. Johnny's going to talk about some live streaming, and then we're going to do like a equipment show and tell. We're going to talk about all the different cameras.
I'm looking forward to that one.
Gimbals
Yeah.
and drones.
Gadgets. I hear Tim the Tool Man in the back of my head.
More power.
Yeah.
And then the big thing is tomorrow night, John and Mercedes
Yes.
are going to talk about their success with their channel and just kind of share with us some tips and tools that we may use to grow our channels. And yeah, so that's what's going on, and it's been great so far. I mean, I've learned a lot, and
I got to tell you, one of the neatest thing is meeting a lot of these channels that we've all known and followed. Of course, the 4 of us have seen each other several times, and we know how great of people you guys are. But to meet other channels like Randy's Adventure, who we've all followed, you know, and I know you guys have met them before, and Paul we've met before, but it was just
hold
neat
on
seeing
real
all these
quick.
people here.
So just wanted to give a shout out to RV Underway. Happy Friday. We've been lurking around your channel for a while. Just thought we'd come out of the shadows and say hello from Barbara and Ricky from RV Underway. Thank you so much, and I'm glad you came out of the shadows.
Thank you,
said
Barbara and
hello.
Ricky. Much appreciated. Thank you so much.
All right, so you were saying?
No, just a wonderful time. This is the whole reason we got into this life, was to meet people. I think you and I were talking about that as we were lying down to bed last night. This is what we've always wanted. We were afraid, we were terrified that we wouldn't know anybody out on the road.
And when we pulled into the campground yesterday, and we just saw a bunch of people that we quote unquote knew.
No, yeah.
I mean, some people we had met before, but others we only saw online or met online. And just to have smiling faces waiting, and we all hung out last night.
It was almost like welcome home, you know? It felt like we were coming home. We'd been gone for so long, and we had not met many of these people in real life, but it didn't feel like that.
Right.
Yeah.
And, you know, even John and Mercedes were talking about just the community effort and how that makes what we are doing so much more rewarding.
It does.
For it. So if you are afraid to get out there, don't be afraid. There's a lot of friendly people in campgrounds.
Yes, there are.
So also joining us, getting an RV, Mary is here.
Thanks for joining us, Mary.
Arnie's back there somewhere. So hi, guys.
Mary and Arnie, we'll see you guys here in a little bit. They're back at the campground.
Yep. CBGB Smith, hi from Dublin, Ohio.
Hello.
Mr. Steve Turtle.
Steve, glad to see you.
We have Zeb Meat. That's a newer
name, yes.
Long-time subscriber, first-time commenter.
Awesome.
Hey, y'all. We love seeing those.
I've got to get a little bell or something every time we hear, you know, first-time subscriber, ding, ding, ding.
He's talked about that before. He wants it to be the Gornicky.
The Gornicky horn, yeah. Yes.
It's too long.
Isn't that awesome? Yeah. I have it as my ringtone.
We could have Patty do the little snap things that she did in the midweek update.
she's pretty good at the snap.
I like it. I like it. Patty, are you open to travel? And
So, Patty, just so you know, oh my
Stop,
goodness.
Eat, Explore. Thank you so much for that super
Stop,
chat.
Eat, Explore, for those of you who don't know, that is Dave and Susan
Dave and Susan,
Elwell.
yes.
They are fantastic people. We had the pleasure of camping out with them at the dry lot at the Hershey
event.
RV lot. If you ever get together with them, ask them for the peppadews.
Yes. Oh, amazing.
That is
And
a really... Oh, you missed
swing
out
over.
on that. Didn't
No,
you?
they had it. Patrick had it yesterday.
Okay.
Swing over and check out Stop, Eat, Explore. David and Susan are in a little guy Max, and they're just starting now. So give them some love. We actually love that channel. And Patrick, you came up with some great ideas for them to, you know, to what to do during the wintertime.
Right. Yeah, that was one of Dave's concerns, was what's he going to do in the wintertime, which has always been our issue since we're not full-time RVers.
Yeah.
But I think Dave's probably got enough ideas now to keep him going for a
Yeah,
while.
that was fantastic. When I was listening, I was like, wow, I wish I would have thought of that.
Now, just for those of you who haven't been able to make the summit this year, there's already talks about having one again next year. So just keep bugging Patrick for when the next one is.
Well, I hope we have another one because I've learned a whole bunch, and just the camaraderie. You know, when we all went out for dinner tonight, it was so much fun.
Patty, we all know your password and what you're scrolling because we can see the reflection in the mirror or in the window.
No.
Just say, no, I'm kidding. She got scared there for a second. We have Diary of a Family.
Hey, D-Fam.
So they are here. Yeah, they said they wish that they could have been at the summit.
Yeah.
It would have been great to have you guys here. Maybe next year, though.
So Garrett, I'm working on that. I've got internet tonight, so hopefully I can get what you asked for done tonight. But if not, just to give you a heads up, I'm liking it. Okay, so I'll film something and get it out to you soon.
So Bob Bowman said, nope, it's raining in the campground now.
Oh,
So-
well.
All right, I don't feel so bad.
Yeah,
it's
I know.
not really heavy.
Join
right
the
now.
club, huh?
But this morning, it was beautiful out when we did the presentation, so I hope the sun will come back out again tomorrow. Nicholas Maeda's in the room.
Nicholas, cheers.
Hey, Nicholas. And then, Steve Turtle said if the police do come by, that'll make for great views.
I'm wearing my old police sweatshirt there, so I don't know how much that counts
He's hoping
for.
it'll have a little bit of sway there. We have a bunch of hellos back and forth, which I love to
Awesome,
see
guys. We
everybody
love
talking.
when you guys get together and talk, because that's what we've tried to do, is build a community, not only a support group for us, but between each other. So when we see you guys talking
Wrong
back
way?
and forth,
There we go.
we love that. So thank you.
So Donna said, so I wish I could have attended next year. Yes, because you know what? Probably for the first time ever in a campground, little guy Maxes are outnumbering the tabs. Just saying.
That's right. I didn't really think about that.
Feeling,
Yeah, we have
So-
3 little guy Maxes in there and two tabs. So
Two Doves Nation, they're in Verona, Kentucky right now.
awesome, guys. Getting
So
ready
Ace
for
and
the
Amanda.
Amazon work camping. Ace and Amanda, miss you guys. I hope everything's going well for you.
They still have a hangover from their little
I saw that
bar
there.
hopping thing that they did the other night.
Was the last video the dashboard confessions where they talked about the failure of that work camping thing?
Dashboard Confessions.
I like that.
Yeah,
It's a
that's
great
what they do.
idea, guys. We enjoyed watching that, and I'm sorry that didn't work out for you, but I'm sure the Amazon one will work out better for you.
Okay, so Donna Delahanty, for those of you who are new to the room, she is kind of the person who kicks off our shows, and she kind of watches the time for us. We run about an hour, and when you start seeing the happy trails with the little song things, she tells us when it's
Which
time to
we're
wrap
not
up.
even close
We're
to,
not
so
even
don't
close
worry
to that.
about it.
But she is also our hit the like button police.
Yes.
And so she's putting the call out for that, but she had a little typo, so she said, oops, but we all know what she means by that.
Thank you. Yeah, that really helps us when you guys hit that like button. Later on, it gets it out to everybody. So if you have an opportunity, and if you're so inclined, we'd appreciate you hitting that like button.
So Scott from This Nomadic Idea
Scott.
said he's pulling out the Binford Turbo 5K camera.
Ooh.
That's fancy.
Yeah, that sounds fancy right there.
Yeah.
more power.
So we have Northwoods RV Life. Hi
Hey,
guys,
thanks for joining
happy
us.
Friday. Glad to see you checking in.
Yes.
And then we have Whoa Nelly RV Adventures. Hello all. This is different in the vehicle. I like it. What's the weather like?
Yeah, it's raining right now, and there's some lightning, but I think it's working.
Yeah, it seems to be. We haven't had any complaints. Let us know if you're having any issues. And we had to kind of go to this cozy environment just to make sure that we could do the live stream.
Again, Patrick and Patty come to the rescue.
They did. Otherwise, we'd be standing out in the rain.
Yeah, and it would probably be just like Hershey. Hershey, we had horrible connection.
And that's some of the reality when you're out on the road. Sometimes it may look like you have it, so you test it in advance and then go to places where you know you can get it. We were all talking off and on through different points about the trials of trying to drive to a location to upload your videos.
Yes.
Waiting for them to upload and all that time.
Countless McDonald's, countless coffee shops, sitting outside of grocery stores.
Bill Cade is here.
Hey, Bill.
Also from our Hershey show, and he visited us, or visited me at the candy store in West Yellowstone.
No, I didn't get to see Bill and Enola up in West. But
He asked, have you made your chili? Great stuff. Tomorrow for the potluck. So we all went out tonight. Can you imagine 21 people
yes.
went out to the buffet tonight? It was really cool.
Yeah.
And tomorrow night we're all going to have potluck
Ooh, I'm
dinner.
looking forward to that. There's going to be some good food
So
tomorrow
Patrick, what are you bringing?
I don't know. But I will tell you this: we are providing hamburgers, so I'm going to be manning the old Blackstone grill. doing
Oh,
hamburgers
pulling out the
myself.
Blackstone.
But I suppose I should think up another dish to bring. as
No,
well, so.
no, you have plenty. They're really,
You've done
I'm gonna
so
go-
much already.
I'm definitely running out tomorrow to get what we refer to in this area as Amish crack. It's
Amish-
these donuts that are in like a cinnamon powdered sugar.
Ooh.
Oh, they are! I'm telling you, they melt in your mouth. I've already warned John from
I was gonna say,
RV Odd Couple.
Does this meet the RV Odd Couple donut?
I hope so. I think they are going to fall in love, and they're here for 2 weeks, so they're going to end up eating a lot of donuts. I have a feeling. So
Well, Scott just put a really nice comment on here from this nomadic idea. He said, "To all who follow, Russ and Kerry are the real deal, great people." Thank you,
Well,
Scott.
thank you. Very kind words, Scott.
Same back at you.
Yeah.
What you see on his videos.
I would say, Scott, if you have them come stay at your house for a week, you might have a different opinion. I'm joking.
Well, that's enough.
Okay, that's over now.
No, these guys are. They really are the real deal, and that's why we love hanging with them. So.
Thank you, guys.
Yep, Johnny's Tiny Creekside Cottage said this Wi-Fi is not so great.
Yeah.
You keep going in and out. That's why we didn't risk it. That's why we came out here.
That's why, yeah, we're parked outside of a store here.
Steve Turtle said, Patrick, when's the next summit?
I think I was thinking Randy might want to host one in January in Minnesota, and we'd all bring our snow shovels. But no, I don't know. We'll have to work on that. But I think we'll see how the response is from this weekend, and if people think it was worth their time to travel here,
Yeah.
we'll look at next summer doing it again, or next spring, or
Susan said the only thing is we have to get a campground with great Wi-Fi for the
Yeah.
YouTube summit. Thank you, William
Camper
from
Life.
Camper Life. Thanks so much for going the extra mile to make the show happen tonight.
Well, thank
We
you so
appreciate
much.
it. We'll donate that to Patrick for gas money, and because we're running the car right now.
William,
too.
thank you so much. Guys, check out William's channel.
He's brand new.
We are going over there because we just got the Togo. He was the first one that kind of brought our attention to it. He's got, I think he's got 2 videos up
Yep.
now on the installation
One
of that.
installing and then one on his review after using it a couple
So
weeks.
we are going to be checking out your installation video, William, even in more depth because I'm going to have to install that. So
That'll be fun in and
Yeah.
of itself. Russ is famous for instructions. Who needs instructions?
instructions, smuctions.
They're alternate.
Yeah, I don't-
And there's
I don't do
usually
that.
extra pieces left over when they're done. What's going on back there?
we were just thinking we're in the back seat. We could like do some smooching like a drive-in movie, but I guess you are a family
This
channel.
is a family channel.
We had it taken to PG-13 once before. We don't
So. Oh,
need
that's
that
right. I
again.
forgot. We said we'd behave. So.
Okay, this is just reminding me when we were teenagers. And
It is getting warm in
you
here
know,
now that
Yeah.
for fun way back when. Oh, Bubba Bug.
Bubba Bug.
Are you at a drive-in movie stuffed in a car?
You would think we were. Thank
We're
you
at a
s-
drive-in live stream because it's the only place we could go to get internet
Yes.
that would work.
Bu-
But that's
Bubba,
hilarious.
thank you so much for that super chat. Much appreciated.
But no, I just remember as a teenager, the fun thing to do. Well, I grew up in a little podunk town, but just driving around. If we could have put cameras up and capture how stupid we were
Oh,
back
yeah,
then.
yeah.
This is what I feel like this is now. And the
It
trouble
does have
couple
that
back
little
there.
feeling, doesn't it?
So Robert Stitch says, I guess the winter trip to Florida is the biggest thing RV related that the McCormick family does.
Yeah, except this year we're not going to Florida. We're going to Texas.
Ooh.
So we'll be going to Texas over the holidays, and then we'll do something over Patty's spring break in April. I think it is this year, first week of April. Yeah, that's kind of our big thing because of our teaching schedules.
Yep.
So.
So now, is this when you go to Texas? I know Sam, your niece, had talked about a great viral video idea. Was this going to
Yes,
take
this
place
is
in Texas?
well. No, this
That
would be
would be
next Christmas.
Christmas.
We had talked about possibly going someplace like Colorado,
Yeah.
where you could go to like a ski resort.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
and so Sam has this great idea that we'll put a GoPro on her dad and send him down a slope. And she said, we don't want him to break anything, but if he tumbles, that might make the
That
video.
might,
go
that
viral.
might be good.
I agree. It's a great idea. You should give it
Yeah.
a try. Hopefully, Andrew, right? That's your
Darren.
Darren. I don't know where I got Andrew from. Same letters in there, but
Just in a different order.
yeah. But I'm sure Darren will be a good sport about it.
Just like putting things together, a couple extra letters,
Yeah,
parts
yeah,
left
yeah.
over.
It works.
So Deborah has shared some information. Her Okay, you just didn't. You can't see it.
Yeah.
But Russ just. We can't have wine.
I did
because
not.
we're driving right now.
If they can't see it, it didn't happen. I didn't spill any coffee
Patrick,
on me.
take a picture of this after.
Is he
He
got-
poured coffee all down the front of
It's
his
all on me.
sweatshirt.
It didn't get on Russell. It got on this Russell, though. Okay.
All right. So Deborah, her husband retires January 1st.
Wow.
Yay, that's an exciting time. So hit the road full time. Come
Yes.
join us, and you can be crazy like the rest of us.
Yes. Who knows? Maybe we'll do another 4-person car chat. Maybe that's a new thing. Maybe that's a new
Oh,
thing.
just like how Seinfeld or those
Yeah.
driving in the car
Yeah.
things where RVers in car.
Driving karaoke. and
Yeah,
Yeah.
the karaoke where they're going.
Driving live
Don't
chat.
worry, we won't sing.
I'm liking
Don't
it.
worry, we'll spare you all that. JT and DT, howdy
Hey,
from
guys.
El Paso, Texas. That's where, if you're new to the channel, Russ and I kind of started our journey.
Yeah.
We lived in El Paso for about 4 years, but we took off from El Paso, Texas, almost a year ago.
Yeah, it's coming up. October 19th will be a year.
Yes. Diary of the Family said this is RV Anonymous. Yes. Yes, it's
yes,
therapy.
it is.
I was just waiting for Russ to yell at me and say, "Quit being a
Bubba Bug,
backseat
make those
chatter."
2 kids in the back,
Back
behave. Oh, Bubba
oh,
Bug.
Bubba, thank you so much. Wow.
Okay, and Bubba is making up, I think, for the fact that he's taunting us last
With
week.
the beach and the...
Yeah, and you got to check out his latest video because he shows the scene where
Yes.
he was at beautiful waterfront
Oh, my
site
goodness.
by the campfire, and we were not as lucky.
We were in a parking lot
Yeah, we were in a
Ohio.
rest stop. Yeah, we were on the freeway.
Yeah.
So.
I was a little envious when he was describing it, and you're right. The video is beautiful.
Diary of Family says we have to check out a little guy for when we are post kids. You'll love it.
Yes.
It's really cool.
Yeah. We like it so much that we never got rid of it. You know,
No.
when we got into our Class A into Boone, we just took Teddy and set him. Now, I'd be lying if I didn't say we considered selling it. But when we started talking about the price, the money that we get for it versus, you know, what the value it's brought to us, we decided it really wasn't worth it.
Yeah,
you know, it's
right.
worth more in our hands. So.
Yep, and we're just going to start a collection. We'll get one from each thing. We'll get a Class C.
Yeah, we need a Class C
B,
next.
you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
and a schoolie. And
Speaking about, you guys have had, I didn't realize that when we first ran across your channel, thanks to Stacy Forrest, I thought you guys had always kind of been in a teardrop, but you've
No.
run the gamut.
We've been up and down the scale
Yep.
from Dutchman tab, which would be more like the 320 size, and we got as high as a 35-foot fifth wheel. at one
Wow.
point. So now we're back down.
So just out of curiosity, and I know they all have pros and cons, do you, and I know you love your tab, but
Right.
are there, would you ever consider going anything bigger? And I'm not talking now, but just,
Yeah.
does that ever kind of draw you towards it, you know, a bigger unit?
Yeah, I mean, and there's definitely pros because we were talking
Just last week.
yeah, about it. That the fifth wheel was I mean, we loved our fifth wheel. We had a Keystone Cougar fifth wheel for 8 years.
Wow.
But we put it on a lake lot, so we would travel periodically, but it was more like a seasonal getaway lake place. But I mean, it had everything. It even had lazy boy recliners
man.
in it. You know, a 42-inch television. So there's some advantages to that.
Yeah.
So yeah, and honestly, the one thing I think we would both love in a trailer, just a little bit larger, is a north-south bed.
Yep.
Yes.
So that we wouldn't have to crawl over each other to get in and out.
which we just toured some that have the small size. Like
Yeah,
this.
so we
the
went,
HQ Black Series.
yeah, the HQ15 from Black Series.
It's got that north-south bed, but in the small
So-
thing. And Patrick, you'd love the outdoor kitchen that pulls out
Yes.
from there. Oh,
So
ready for your Blackstone.
I want to talk about Kerry. I'm touring the HQ15. Kerry comes dashing. I'm not walking
No.
fast. I'm dashing full sprint.
across the
You've
field.
got to see this. What does the HQ19 have?
The HQ19T has a washing machine in the bathroom.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's tucked into this little cabinet. I didn't know what I was looking at. I just was opening drawers and stuff. Saw that. I went running across, and I looked at the dealer that was where the manufacturer rep. I was like, how do you not have a big sign in front of this that says it has a washing machine? But love that. So Let's get caught up here.
Okay.
Randy was saying the summit's been a fantastic time with
Yes.
fabulous people filled with great lessons, and we couldn't agree more.
Yeah, I definitely want to thank real quick Travels with Delaney, Patrick and Patty, and then Randy. They've done so much work to bring this together,
Yes.
and we're very thankful for it.
We've got Proceeding Onward in America. We've
Yes,
got
we were just talking
Fabian,
about
Becky.
that
I'm not
earlier.
sure which one's typing right now because Becky actually popped in last time.
Yeah, Becky's out to sea. She's in the Navy.
Yep.
So, yep.
Steve Turtle. So does the blue wrench stand for a mechanic? No, those are our moderators.
Yes.
So people that we have tagged as moderators, so they kind of keep an eye on the room for us because it does get a little crazy sometimes. I can't catch everything, so if somebody is speaking out of turn, they can kind of shut it down pretty quick.
Yeah, and we've never had them up until maybe 2 live broadcasts ago, and we've got our first troll, which we were pretty happy about because you know you've made it when you get your
Right.
first
Yeah.
troll on a live chat. But we decided we probably need some, so we've made a couple channels that are here a lot and channels that we trust, like Donna Delahente, Travels with Delaney.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. We
Yeah.
should have really thought that one through by giving Patrick that power.
But no,
Would you
it-
like a shoe rack? I'd
Yeah.
like a shoe rack.
Donna, take care of him, please.
I don't know if that works when I'm live.
Yeah,
with you.
yeah.
Dang
Okay,
it.
there's a problem
We
here.
really
Yeah.
need to think this through, don't we? One Nelly Adventure said, I just got a new to me drone. Crashed it
Oh.
on the maiden flight, though, and have to get a new propeller now. These two boys, and I call them boys because that's what they are a lot, they were just talking all about drones and everything this week, and
Yeah.
whether it's needed for your channel or whether it just
Yeah,
kind of...
you know, I think there are places for it, but one thing that Patrick mentioned, and I agree with him 100%, was sometimes we'll have these really artsy videos that we spend a lot of time editing, and they don't get a whole lot of views, but then we've got videos that have no art in it. It's just kind of two talking heads, and they get a lot of views. So we were talking about, is it justifiable to spend almost $1,000
Yep.
Yeah.
on a project that on a unit that's gonna not get a whole lot of views? So that's still up in the air on that. I think we both are.
Yeah.
So I'm catching up on comments, and this one I think goes back to when we were talking a little bit about food. But RV Underway, I know you're newer to the room, but they put out grilled spam, and
Ooh,
hey,
spam.
we're totally
Ooh.
with that. That Hawaiian bit that we have, the grilled spam, anything
Yeah.
with spam, yeah.
Spam
Big fan.
equals delicious.
Musubis, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll make some musubis. But yes, and Susan said can't wait for the chili. And the weather's cooperating. Yes, this is good chilly weather, I think.
It is. It is.
Northwoods RV Life, love the Blackstone.
Oh.
Yeah, we love the Blackstone, especially when Patrick's here with his, because then he cooks for us on the Blackstone.
Master
too.
chef on that Blackstone, I tell you.
That's why I got so excited when you showed me the Intech Soul Dawn
Yes.
with that pull-out kitchen. It actually has a Blackstone on board.
When I saw that, I thought of you. I said,
Yeah.
"Oh, I got to show this to
That was
Patrick."
awesome, and the way it slides out.
Yes.
Kenny G says it's wine time and I'm 15 minutes late. The Kenny G, like the one that would play all the saxophone
saxophone
solos,
stuff?
that's all I'm thinking about. Whoa, there was a
Yeah,
big lightning
we're getting
strike.
a show right now.
So we have RV Odd Couple said they're looking forward to trying those donuts.
There you
Yeah,
go.
I'm bringing
Yeah.
donuts tomorrow.
They're good.
They're going to be impressed.
Yes.
All right. And then Stacy threw out there, Patrick, keto is a nightmare, by the way. So I didn't pay attention to Stacy doing keto.
I think she is. She mentioned bulletproof coffee this morning.
Oh, this
and
is a bad weekend
and
for you, Stacy.
Chris
I'm
and I
sorry.
both looked at each other, and I kind of made that lip movement because it's greasy. He says, "You don't have to say anymore." I agree 100% with you.
All right. So we have a bunch. Hey, carry the conversation while I'm catching up.
All right, so put me on the spot there.
Well, you should pick up on the pause. It's like, ooh, I'll fill it.
Oh, I was
He's
I
new
never
to
know
this.
when you're gonna get
He's
going
new
again.
to this.
I know.
Blue Wave Odyssey, don't tattle now, Carrie. Okay, so RV Underway says, we've only been RVing for over a year, but would love it if you would explain summits and gatherings, etc.
So I think the best person to explain this would be Patrick here.
Yes.
Patrick, do you mind?
No, so you'll find that some channels will do what's known as a meetup, And a meetup most of the time is maybe like a 2-hour time block where they'll say, we're going to do a meetup at a restaurant or a winery, and then that way your subscribers or viewers can come out and hang out with you for a couple hours. Patty and I, we're not necessarily big into the meetups because we feel like when you do that, if a lot of people show up, you only get just a few minutes with each person.
Yeah.
So we do campouts where we basically just say we're going to be at this campground on these nights, and if you want to book a site and come out, and then we try to plan some get-togethers like a potluck. So that's why we call those campouts. And then this we called a summit. I'm not really sure why we called it a summit, but this was designed for anybody that wanted to grow their YouTube channel. So we just called it the Small Creator Summit.
Yeah.
In Shipshewana.
in
I think it was the
Shipshewana.
alliteration.
Yeah, so, but really, we probably should have called it the Small Creator Campout,
Yeah.
because most of the people are, well, everybody, but I guess there's a couple in a cabin,
Yeah.
but everybody else has their RVs. So yeah, so that's kind of the terminology we use is you'll hear meetups, and again, usually those are short, maybe a 2-hour time block. Campouts tend to be a chance to come out and spend the weekend.
Yeah, and I got to tell you, just the summit is pretty neat because the collective knowledge there is just amazing. Everybody, even the newest channel, people that didn't have a channel yet, they all had valuable input, whether it was feedback or information.
And just the questions that they ask.
Yes,
sometimes.
it gets your mind thinking.
Yes.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds you, because you can get kind of lost down the rabbit hole with so much that sometimes you've forgotten a step over time. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, I've totally forgotten that
Or
I was
you've
supposed to
forgotten
be
the
doing
importance of it.
this.
Yes, exactly.
It's almost like when you hear yourself telling them things like on engagement, how important, and all of a sudden you're thinking, oh, am I doing enough to engage my
Yes.
audience? And so, yeah, it makes you question your
It
own
does.
actions.
So Zeb Meat said, Patrick and Patty got the Jensen TV switch and the gels for the dinette light. Thank you for that info.
Oh yeah, those are that TV switch. Actually, both of those we thank Nora and Lisa, our friends
Yes.
out in Oregon. But that little switch is a life.
love it.
Well, I don't want to say a lifesaver, but it shuts that power off
Yeah.
to the TV and it gets rid of that blue light.
Well, the gel screens too, you showed us
Yeah.
that, because that's one even in the Little Guy Max. And Robert Stitch, you're right. The Tab and the Little Guy Max are very similar, but they're also quite different as well. Blue Wave
Odyssey.
says, meet the following, the Aggies. They're new here.
Oh,
All right.
well, welcome,
Hey,
Maggie.
welcome everyone.
Yeah.
And we've noticed a couple other new names have popped in later.
Yeah.
Just to let you know that these super chats that you see kind of lit up underneath during that time, we're going to put links to all their channels down below after the show, so that way you don't have to try to remember them.
You're
you can
gonna
check
be
them all
busy.
down. Yeah, I'm going to be
You're gonna
busy.
be busy today.
And that way you can check them out, and they'll also
Yeah.
get shout outs next Saturday on our video.
So thank you again so much, Blue Wave Bob. But I want to go back to that. I saw two things in Patrick's video there that I totally want. I want to get that toast maker.
Yeah, the campfire toaster.
Yes, that thing is amazing. And I want to get the film. The main reason why I want the campfire toaster is because I didn't know you could use those on the stovetop.
Yep.
And you save so much electricity. You don't have to worry about having plug-ins or anything.
Right.
But I guess you got to kind of be watchful with
So
it.
Right.
those of you who don't know, Patrick put out a video on this past Monday that the 5, what did you quote that as? A 5
RV gadgets.
Yes, so check that out. I'll
From our
put a
summer
link
trip.
in that below too. I'm going to have a lot of links tonight, but a lot of useful information going in there, and we'll put a link to Patrick's video, so that way you can check out that, because he has some really cool little things, and he even forgot a few, so I think you're going to see a follow-up one, right?
Yep.
Yep.
All
Yep,
right.
It's gonna. I'll tell you, the one we missed, we're a huge fan of. I don't want to get too windy on the subject. But
Oh, okay.
Gee, I wonder what it could be.
don't want to blow the surprise. I don't know.
Wow, you're good at this.
No.
But
All
no,
right,
that
also
video-
joining
back
us
to-
real quick, Liz DC and Solar Ray Fasho, aka Lindsay, have joined us this evening.
Hey guys, thanks so much for
Lindsay.
joining us. Lindsay, another great channel there. She's very talented with her music abilities, and we're looking forward to Lindsay helping us out because Travels with Delaney, The Roads We Roam, and RV Diem are all going to do a 2021 trip to Alaska, and Lindsay, Solar Ray Fasho, is going to help us out with our music.
Yeah, see, Lindsay, we're not letting you off the hook on that. So you offered once, we're going to hold you to it.
I offered to write it, but they said no.
Bobby Quick. Okay, Bobby Quick.
Oh, Bobby's in here.
Yes, hey, Bobby.
Wow,
Bobby's a friend
Bobby.
of our son Brett's.
I love that kid.
Yeah.
He's not so much a kid now. He's in his
No,
mid-20s.
I think he's a little bit more than like a kid.
Bobby, you are awesome. Back when you were just a high school student hanging out in our backyard, I knew I liked you, and I even like you more that you're in here in our super chat or in our live
He's
chat.
here and our son isn't.
I know.
What's up with that?
Bobby's a good guy.
All right, thanks, Bobby. Jurgen's Journeys. Hello,
guys.
friends. Happy Friday.
Yeah.
Well,
what's
hey-
the Rottweiler? His Rottweiler's name? I can never remember it.
Now you. Oh my goodness.
Rotten
Bear.
Rotten Bear. Yes.
Such a cool big Rottweiler. Yeah, if you have a dog, I remember your dogs. That's just
Exactly.
how I am.
Yeah.
So we have catch up. So RV Odd Couple saying they agree. Thank you so much, Randy's Adventures and Travels with Delaney,
Yes.
for putting on this great event.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, it really has made. And you know, Patrick had the story behind it. Patrick kind of mentioned it in one of your midweek updates.
Yeah, like a year and a half ago.
And then leave it to Randy to find that episode
Yeah.
and call him up and say, hey, what's going on with this?
You know, she's a go-getter, is
Oh,
what she is.
yeah.
Yeah. She can make things happen.
Well, you want to know what's really great? She's probably going to regret this, but she said, hey, that trip to Alaska in 2021,
Yep.
I don't know if I can go on it. Probably not, but if you guys need any help with that on the back end, count me in. So
Well,
sign her
you know
up.
what that means? That means that'll be a success here.
Northwoods RV Life. Everyone from your live chats have been great. Well, it's easy to have a great live chat with so many great
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
in this room. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
We are loving this energy.
Thank you so much. But you're 100% right. These live chats used to be daunting and terrifying for us because we were afraid people wouldn't show up,
Yeah.
you know? But we have such a great community and such great friends, and it's very easy to do them now because you all are here.
We used to sit down at the first ones with a sheet with bullet points. It's like, okay, if nothing else, we'll sit here and talk for an hour amongst ourselves and then just put it on. And thankfully, you guys have never left us in that
Yeah,
lurch.
we've
So-
learned very quickly that that's not
But
necessary.
if you're nervous about doing it, don't be. Just get out there and do it. Even Patrick has done a live stream every now and then.
Patrick's one of the best speakers I've ever met,
know.
so it's no problem for
I just
him.
never know what to say.
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
always at a loss for words.
Well, that's the thing. Poor Patty has to fight to get in there.
Yeah.
Well,
If I can give you a piece of advice on live streams,
Yes.
don't drink an entire bottle of wine during a 60-minute live
No.
stream. That would be my piece of
Are
advice.
you speaking out of experience?
Maybe. What happened in Oregon stays in Oregon, or on our YouTube channel. It's still there. So.
Is that one of those things when you get done, you're like, did I say anything?
Yeah, you go back and rewatch it
Yeah.
a day later.
so Robert Stitch, when you were talking about the HQ and that walk-around bed, he said the walk-around bed would be advantageous for couples who often have to use the restroom at night or have slightly different sleep schedules.
I agree.
That's one of the reasons why we loved it. That was the one negative, if anything, that we would have to point about our little guy Max, because we would have to decide who would have to climb over, because
Yeah, we
inadvertently-
traded back and forth.
Mary, getting an RV.
RV.
You guys are great. So glad to see you in person. Yes, they are just as wonderful in real life.
Oh, that means a lot coming from Mary.
You know what? And I've always been of the belief that dogs are great judges of character.
Yes.
And Billy went straight into Mary's arms.
And you know what's funny is Mary is always asking for Billy ears.
Yes.
And the fact, and when I saw her holding Billy, I was like, I can't believe Billy's not trying to get away.
Yeah.
So
She
that
had
made
all
that made me
kinds of-
feel really good because I know Mary loves Billy, and to see Billy cooperate with her, you know, that's fantastic.
So I have caught up to the official hello everyone from following the Aggies. So we are so
okay.
glad, and I hope I'm saying that correctly. If I'm not, please let me know.
Yes.
So yeah, Jurgen's Journey's boys gotta have toys. Somebody made a comment. Oh yeah, Zebmeat says I love my Mavic 2 Pro. Don't get
Ooh,
Russ going on
yes.
the Mavic.
Is that what you have? Do you have the Mavic 2 Pro or
No, I think
just
mine's just the Mavic Pro.
Okay.
I think that's the newer model.
Yeah, yeah.
Diary of Family said last winter, Garrett says I crashed our $1,100 drone 100 feet up in a tree on an
Oh
island.
my goodness.
It was there for 5 days before a tree climber got it. Oh, but it still works.
Have you? Let's see here. Zeb Meat just
Zeb
gave
Meat,
a
I
super
missed the
chat. We
message.
missed it.
No, but I'll
Swing
scroll
on
down
down.
real quick. Let's see. Delay here, watching on Roku, chatting on iPad with volume muted. Confusing.
I think you're a genius to be able to do that.
I commend you for the effort. You got a gold star for that one.
Yeah.
We love that.
Thank you so much.
And now I lost where I'm at. So entertain Patrick, Patty, dance.
If you guys. So, again, it's hard to keep up with these chats. So if we miss you and you have something extremely important to say, just say it again. We'll try to get to it.
So I think the following it. I'm gonna try to say right. It's pronounced AG. Following the AGs.
Oh, okay.
So I think I got that right this time.
Yep.
And then I missed a comment from Proceeding Onward, but
oh well, we'll say it again. Proceeding
no, but
onward.
Donna was responding to it. She said, "Yes, a caravan with the Roads We Roam crew and travels with Delaney." Oh, I think they're talking about the Alaska caravan.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, just more time to hang out with these two. I mean, we always have a good time.
So when Blue Wave gave the second time, he said, "Do I get 2 links now?"
Sure.
If you would like, I will put the 2 links down below. You got it. Randy said, "The RV Odd Couple, you guys rock. We appreciate you so much. You have already shared valuable YouTube growth strategies.
Yeah.
Looking forward to the keynote presentation tomorrow."
Yeah.
Yes, so they will be here in the evening. If you're in the area, you can feel free to stop by. We start our morning sessions around 9 a.m. We're at the Shipshawana North Campground, correct?
Okay.
Yep.
And sorry, I got the hiccups now. The RV Odd Couple will be speaking at 7?
That sounds right.
Yeah.
7 p.m. Randy, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they'll be speaking at 7. So either at the beginning of the day or later in the day, we'd love to have people just stop by even for that little bit if they can.
Yeah, and again, I think that was Randy that mentioned that. We have all learned so much, especially with the quick little talk that we had with John and Mercedes. So I'm looking forward to that keynote speech.
I am too.
Yeah.
Zepme is going back to your gadget talk. Does the toast with that little toaster thing, does it taste like propane flame? Does it have that little taste after it?
No, it just tasted like toast.
Yeah, toast.
Yeah, toast. Yeah.
Toast. RV Underway said, "Appreciate the breakdown, Russ. Looking forward to our first camp out, meetup, or whatever they're calling them next."
Awesome.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
I think they're a lot interchangeable. It's just whenever people get together.
Yeah.
Northwoods RV Life, we've used the toaster on Coleman stove for years, and they're great. I think Chris, Stacy and Chris Forrest, said he still has his from like the 70s.
Yeah, he said they haven't changed.
Hasn't changed one bit.
And it's lasted that long. So that tells you something about...
If it's not broke, don't fix it.
Exactly. 777 Crepo, all my favorite YouTubers in one spot. Wish I could have come to meet you all. Bob from Minneapolis.
Well, Bob, I wish you could have been here
Minnesota. Every time I see him I'm just going to make Minneapolis its own state.
Yeah,
because whenever I see him, that's what I do. So... Solar Ray Show, yes, I'm still into it. I need to email you guys about the song. Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Please do.
And again, we're kidding. But we do appreciate it, and any help you can give us would be much appreciated.
Hey, we've got Eat, Sleep, RV, Repeat in the room. Hi, guys. Hope everyone's having a great Friday.
Angie and Lou.
Yes,
down there in Florida.
From Florida. They've been busy as of late, so we haven't seen a lot of you guys.
I think they're getting ready to go full time here pretty soon. Yeah.
From what I last heard, it was like October time frame, I think.
Yeah.
So it's coming. And we have Dreaming Out Loud RVing. Y'all are making it hard not to jump into the camper and go.
Just do it.
That's our plan. It's our big master devious plan is to get everybody RVing, because then maybe they'll make the roadways and parking lots more RV friendly.
Yeah, there are some areas where it is
stations.
difficult to get into. Not so much with Teddy, but once we've got into Boone, we kind of have to plan our way around. Going. I imagine you with that 30-foot fifth wheel really had to make sure.
I've literally planned every fuel stop because I couldn't just pull into any gas station. Where with the Tab 400 we can pull into any gas station.
Exactly.
Yeah, I will go on. I use Randy's little trick where I always use the
Google Earth.
The Google Earth, where you can actually see the satellite view. That's the word I was looking for. And I'll look at the gas stations and just try to get an idea. And you can usually tell if they have a good setup for their RV gas pumps, and if they don't. Some places will say they have RV pumps, but they're really still narrow. So.
Yeah, no, you've kept us out of some pretty tight areas.
And I'll tell you what, don't let Patrick and Patty fool you. A big rig can fit in their driveway and turn around, no problem whatsoever. You just knock over a couple trees.
You know what? I was really amazed how flat it was where you put me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't have to level or anything. Front and back, it was flat.
Did you end up backing down the driveway?
So no, what I did was I pulled directly into
to the side of Carl.
To the side of Carl.
Okay, yeah.
And then I backed into where you normally park Carl.
So you was able to pull right out.
Yeah.
3-point
Yeah.
Brett is here.
Hey,
our
Brett.
son.
Bobby called Brett, I guarantee it, said, hey, your mom is calling you out. Brett, love you. Thanks for joining us.
Jurgen Sturdy says, yes, you can always trust dogs' opinions.
You're right.
Wholeheartedly agree.
You're right.
And then Howling Fun RV Adventures, I made it better late than never.
We
As
agree.
we say, it still counts.
Yeah.
It still counts. You made it.
Thanks for joining us.
And then following the AGs, is that how I said it earlier?
Yep.
Lisa and Rick. So
Lisa
now we
and
got
Rick.
their names.
All right.
And ouch to the drone thing.
Yeah. Boy, yeah, those are expensive, and when you crash them, you just freak out. I had the same thing. I had the unique 4K 500,
Phantom
and I
one?
crashed mine.
Yeah.
And I was not happy with it.
So Johnny said, Patrick, keep drinking the wine. I guess when you said you drank the whole bottle of wine.
Yeah, for the live stream.
It makes it just a little bit more interesting. Brandy said, travels with Delaney, Patrick, and Patty are such genuine and generous people. Thank you for supporting us smaller channels.
I agree.
They have
Absolutely.
been fantastic.
Yeah, that's one thing that really stood out once we started following Patrick and Patty is just, I mean, you have some channels, and I don't know what the problem is, but you guys were kind of role models for us because we saw how willing you were to support small channels. And that kind of rubbed off on us. But your explanation today in the meeting of why you do this, you know, how you had reached out to some channels and when you were a very small channel.
Yeah, when we had less than 1,000 and you know, you couldn't even get a response, or it was just kind of a nice response, but they weren't going to help you or answer your questions. And it just made me mad. And I told Patty, if we ever get to a point where we can help out other channels, it doesn't matter how big we get, I want to help, because I remember what it was like to, you know, struggle to get to that first 1,000 or 2,000. And so and the other thing is, I don't care how many subscribers, you know, you may only have 100 subscribers, but those might not be my 100 first. And I think we can help each other out. And I've learned so much from you guys already because, you know, Russ, you've got your other channel. You've been through this. This isn't your first rodeo. I mean, this is your second time around. So, yeah, and those are things that if you don't reach out, if I'd never reached out to you, I wouldn't have known all the experience you have. And Randy with her background with Google and search engine. I mean, these are things, and that's why big channels should always at least talk to the small channels and see.
Oh, yeah. Now, speaking of, that's an easy segue. Every Friday night during our Friday night live streams, we love to show the support to the other people in the room that have channels. We understand not everybody here has channels, but if you do and you just put out a video this week or you have one coming out this weekend, give a shout about it below. I'll read through it. That way we can let people know what to keep their eyes out. You can check it out after this show wraps up, of course. But we love to show the support. And plus, we also like to hear what everybody has been up to. So I'll get to it probably in a minute or two here as we catch up. But that'll give you some time to type
go ahead
in.
and shout those out, because Kerry and I have seen some great videos that we would have never known about. So if you got a video coming out now or coming out or it's already out, let us know. We'd love to hear it.
JT and DT said, Patrick, JT has a campfire toaster on order right now.
Awesome.
I hope they used your affiliate link there. No.
And DT made a cherry cobbler.
Ooh, they did a
inside
video.
their little Guy Max,
They did a video on that.
And in their little Guy Max, they redid all the fabric on the valances with this cute little red and white polka dot thing. So just check it out for that too. I thought it was really cute. James Kuzman has joined us.
Hey,
James, welcome back. And then Proceeding onward said, it's okay, Russ. I just said someday we hope to have a caravan and a camp with with Patrick as well, too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it'd be
That'd be
fun. And then, but you got to keep it G-rated, Fabian.
Or PG.
RPG.
Yeah.
Dreaming Out Loud RVing said, can there be a Tampa camp out? Woohoo! Yes, at the Tampa RV Super Show.
Yeah, we plan on
We
that.
will be camping in the dry camping lot, and that way people can come and visit and camp out overnight, or you can just pop into the RV show for the day, and we'll be meeting up for the entire week that will be taking place.
Yes. Yeah. So we are doing that in Tampa.
And then Patrick, you could be able to answer this one. I'm looking forward to the videos on the summit. Is that going to happen?
Yes. I think everybody today was recording their own presentation, so we're going to try to find a place to house any of those that the individual wants to share. And some of them may come up on individual channels as well. So we'll try to get more information, and we'll put that information on the summit page link, which is over on Randy's Adventures website.
Okay.
Yeah, and we will put a link to Randy's Adventures website below so you can get to that summit page.
I'm gonna have to rewatch the whole
I
show
know,
to see
you
all
got
the
a lot of
that I have to
links.
put under. Mary says, that couple in your back seat, what's their story? Oh, we don't have enough time for that. Actually, they have the sweetest story ever if you didn't know their background story.
Okay.
How they met,
Oh, yeah.
and
Yeah.
how long they've been together. I mean, come on, guys.
Couple years.
So after just a couple, 2-3 years.
Yeah. We're coming up on 28 years in December.
Wow.
So.
How'd you meet? Wait, it's like dragon story.
Oh, you want us to actually tell it here? Oh, well, actually, Patty was best friends with my sister from about the 6th grade?
Yeah.
So Patty used to go on family vacations with us, but to me at that time, she was just this annoying friend of my sister's. It wasn't until we were both in high school that I finally asked her out on a date. And we dated for a short period of
Yep.
time, and I went away to college and wanted to find myself, so I broke up with her.
Yeah, he wanted to find him.
And then it didn't take very long. I
No.
realized I really messed up, and so I remember I came home one weekend and I told my sister I'm going to get back with Patty, and then I told my mom that, and Mom goes, "Don't you break Patty's heart again?" And I said I'm going to marry her. And so then all I had to do was find a way to break her up with her boyfriend at the time, and luckily that wasn't going real well, so it was pretty easy. And the rest is history. We ended up dating, and then ended up getting married as soon as I graduated college.
Oh.
So, and I even knew you as a young guy.
Yeah,
Boy.
yeah. Her dad
My
coached
dad
my little
coached
league
your
baseball
league
team.
baseball
Wow.
So we go back a lot of years, but again, the actual dating didn't start until we were in high school.
See, I told you it was a cool story. Zebby asks, where are your guys' dogs? So our dogs are back in Boone. Stacy and Chris are right next to it. So if anything happens, I'm
They're
sure
keeping an ear out. Yep.
And same for
Yep,
you
Truman
guys.
and Bess
They're
are
in the
back
cab.
in their tab.
They're
But
very happy in their
Probably
cabin.
the safest that they could be, because there's, I think, at least 6 or 7 other rigs of people for the summit. We're all parked
We're
right
all in the
next
same
Randy's
area.
right beside of
Yeah.
us. and-
Yeah.
Stacy Forrest said, everyone here is invited to camp at the last Travels with Delaney campout, October 18th through the 20th at Grayson Highlands State Park in Virginia.
Wow.
Patrick's cooking.
Yep. And that is a co-hosted
Yep.
camp out with the Runaway Roses.
There you go.
Carla and Todd will be there,
With
and I
Taylor.
think, and with Taylor, their dog, and I think they're bringing their
New-
truck camper.
yep.
They bought a used Northern Light truck camper that they are redoing, and unfortunately, it had some major water damage. So Todd has some videos if anybody's interested in seeing that. The Runaway Roses, and he's doing a great job, and so they're hoping to have it ready for that meetup. So yeah, you get to hang
We'll
out
try
with
to
the
make
Runaway
it
Roses.
if we can.
Yeah. I'll have to check that channel out. I've heard you mention it before, but
Yeah.
the Runaway
They're nice.
The
Roses.
Runaway Roses, yeah.
Okay.
Their last name is Rose, obviously,
Uh-huh.
and well, maybe not obviously, but and they have a Bigfoot trailer currently. Then now they've got their truck camper. I don't know if they're going to keep the Bigfoot trailer or if maybe they're going to get rid of it eventually.
Not
But
sure.
yeah, nice people, friends of ours, and their channel's growing as well.
All right,
Sounds like a
we'll
fun
check them
time.
out. We have Proceeding Onward, and said that they are planning a live chat to catch up on their new news.
There you go.
So keep an eye out for proceeding on.
And boy, do they have some news. I don't want to ruin it, but it's a
It's a
doozy.
ringer.
Yeah.
See, Patrick's catching on.
Yeah.
Dairy family has to head out, so we will talk to you later,
All right, guys. Thanks for joining us.
Natman's here. Aloha,
Aloha.
Hana. And Gerard Trio is here. Oh, his computer had crashed and he missed half of it.
Oh.
Thankfully, it'll be re-recorded and you can catch it back and we get the extra view. So that'd be
So
great.
if you want to know, anybody is not from Hawaii, you want to know exactly what Natman Allen said when he said aloha. Everybody knows that. Hello.
Hey, your hands
Ohana is family. So thank you for joining us, Natman.
Natman said 28 years, congratulations. RV Odd Couple said 28 years, congratulations.
Yeah,
That's
guys.
fantastic.
Yeah.
All the cool kids got married in 91.
That's
Yeah, as I
right.
said, have you shared with everybody though that you just recently celebrated?
We did, yeah. What
So-
last Saturday?
And
Last
Patty,
Saturday.
you'll be very lucky if you get to spend it in such a cool, swanky resort like we did.
I know.
Ohio Turnpike has a
Oh,
great.
you know, I'm going to take my wife a little bit nicer.
always
We
get a
will
special
actually
dinner.
be at a Walmart Supercenter, and we're going to In-N-Out Burger
Dang
for
it.
Ooh.
dinner.
Well,
They
in and
always
out.
have
There
to-
you go.
Exactly. I told her she could have the double since
That's
it's
Oh.
her
my favorite
anniversary.
Zaxby's, 'cause
Now
I'm in
that is
Florida,
love.
but-
That is love.
You know, I've not had Zaxby's before.
Oh, Zach, if
seen-
you,
I
as soon as
haven't
you get
had
back south, try
Zaxby's.
You need to
excellent
try.
chicken strips.
Okay, well, I'm going to do it because we see them when we're down in that Florida, Georgia area.
Yep.
And I've always wondered. So now I'm going to go
Yeah.
check it out.
So RV Underway said, can now see the lightning. Is it getting worse or
Yes.
better? It is getting a little
Little
worse.
worse.
Yeah.
Mary has updated and said the campground is now under a storm warning.
Uh-oh.
So yeah.
Well,
If we blow away like Dorothy, well, you get to see it all live, and it'll be great. Deborah Cadaver said, I so wish I could make the Virginia meet a camp out.
yeah.
I bet you it'll be fun. We'll try to make it if we can. And I guarantee you, I know Patrick well enough. He's looking at the satellite imagery
Yeah.
on his phone at the moment. Yep.
Well, that helps us out because I'm a little worried about the dogs being there by themselves.
Yeah.
So
But,
what
yeah.
we've got about 3 minutes left here. So
Johnny said, I think I see the Dixon lights and dance music coming from your site. The dogs must be partying.
oh yeah,
Yeah, they
Oh,
do that
boy.
when we're gone. The secret life of dogs.
yeah,
Total.
right.
Dreaming Out Loud said, we might have to go over to the Highland State Park meetup. See, that would be a great opportunity for you to meet a lot of other cool new people and channels as well. Blue Wave, congratulations. They said they got married in '87. So that's
Oh,
another
wow.
cool kids year too, I
Yeah.
think. And yes, RV Underway Rest Plaza anniversaries are the best. I just joke. I say Russ took me camping, and then we
And a
went
movie.
out and a movie. We watched Zombieland. So,
Oh
the
boy.
old one, yeah. all
Boy,
the
do I
same.
know how to show a girl a good time, huh?
Who says romance is dead after 28 years?
Yeah. I'm gonna have to make that one up to you.
All right, Zip Meat said, so great to see you guys, be it in a vehicle. Got to run to drone channel Osby Drone.
Awesome.
So enjoyed sharing.
Okay, well,
Thank
thanks for
you.
joining us.
So yeah, Gerard, the dogs are probably scared with the thunder and lightning.
Yeah.
Billy, she will get to the point where you can't even console her. She goes and she hides in a little corner. I've tried picking her up and holding her, and she'll just squirm.
look
Abby's
at that.
okay as long as the thunder's not too loud.
All right, guys. I know you'll probably understand this. We both have dogs back in the trailers, so we should
Yep.
start cutting it loose now. We thank you so much. I know you've made our Friday night better, and we're very thankful for Patrick and Patty to join us. And again, just thank you so much for
And we
joining
have the
us.
official Happy Trails by Miss Donna Delahanty,
Yeah.
so you know the time is to wrap up. So last call, if anybody has any questions, you've been lurking around the background, and there's just something that can't wait, now's your chance to shoot it out. Otherwise, we are going to start wrapping up. But you can also catch us on Sunday at 1 p.m. for our coffee hour. And you can also get some updates from the wrap-up from the show.
Exactly. So check back later. Carrie will have all those links below if you found something that interested you, or you want to check out some of the channels that super chatted us. But also make sure to swing over to Travels with Delaney and check out their channel. their last video they did about those essential, or the 5 best products you had under your Summer of Sunday tour is fantastic. Carrie and I are ordering 2 of those.
Goodbye,
But
John boy. Yes.
With that, we're going to say goodnight, everybody. Thank you again for joining us.
All right, be safe, y'all. Bye.
Bye.